Keep it up. I'm really, really proud of you. Just keep investing that 15 to 30 minutes every day, and your life will change. You will start loving what you do every day. And more importantly, you're going to become so good at it, you're going to smash your sales target on an ongoing basis. Brilliant. Okay, so like I said, this whole module is about providing you with ideas, concepts that are going to improve the open rate, and more importantly, improve that click-through rate. Because open rate is fantastic because now people become aware of you and what you offer. But what you really want to do is you want to try and encourage a click-through rate. In other words, where the customer loves what you've provided so much that they actually show an interest, they express an interest. So what we want to do is just give you a few more ideas around helping you get your emails opened. Very important, like I've said, tailoring, making sure it's customized, knowing what the real challenge is. But here's what's critical. You need to be original. One of the key elements of any successful email campaign is originality. This is content that is created specifically to suit the needs of that situation, that customer's challenge. It's designed and it speaks to exactly what's important to them. Remember, we are all about focus. We're all about not having 1 million prospects. We're all about focusing on just enough prospects where we can give them enough attention, where we can understand the challenge, where we can create tailored, original material for each customer, or possibly a group of customers who are having similar types of challenges. Next, you want to be transformational. You want to learn to speak customer. Remember what I said, there's two conversations going on, right? There's salesperson, where they are dumping features and they're desperately trying to earn the right to close the sale. And then there's customer, and the customer's sitting there going, okay, so I'm not interested in your features. I'm not buying a gearbox. I'm buying the fact that I am able to keep my plant running, and therefore I can remain profitable because I'm able to provide products for my customers. So you want to be transformational. You need to speak in terms of what your product does, not in terms of what it is. So don't tell them you sell gearboxes. You want to be talking, because you see, your customer wants a plant that runs. They want improved profitability. They want reduced costs. So speak in terms of what the customer wants, not what you want to sell. You see, you want to sell a product. Your customer doesn't want your product. They want what your product will do, the transformation that your product offers. Next, you want to ask the question around what is in it for them. You've heard that little saying, WIIFM. You need to speak to what's in it for me, because your customers want to know, what will my position be? I get it. My current suppliers, kind of delivering what I want, but you know that your unique selling proposition, the benefit that you have over your competitor, will help your customer be in a better position. Describe that optimized position. Talk about the transformation, and you will be astounded at how your customers respond. How many of your emails are opened? How many of your customers click through and go, I love what I'm hearing. All right, next thing is you want to be generous. So think about, give something away that will support your future customer in some positive way. So it can be an e-sign, it could be information. It could be you accepting that I'm so confident that my gearbox will perform so incredibly well that I'm prepared to offer it to you at cost. We'll run a 3-month trial. We'll prove the energy consumption will be way lower. For example, on an electric motor, maybe the power consumption will be a lot lower. On the gearbox, maybe we can prove the performance. The gearbox will run cooler because we put in an oil cooler, or whatever the case may be. We need to think about transformation, and more importantly, we need to think, how can we get that door opened? And by offering something, you need to offer your customer something, some benefit. Or, even more important than being generous, is removing the risk. You see, the moment your customers understand that there's no risk or low risk for them, it's way more likely they'll be willing to conduct the trial and, more importantly, willing to switch to you as a supply partner. Don't forget, you also need to be clear in your emails. Ambiguity is going to get you nowhere. Generalization is going to get you nowhere. You need to be clear. So when writing copy, avoid using unnecessary jargon or very complicated terminology, technical terminology. Look, unless that complicated technical terminology is being written for an engineer, and an engineer needs to know those specific bits of information. But try keep your communication as simple as possible, as direct as possible, and speak as transformationally as possible, right? So when you're clear, what you're effectively doing is you are making it easy for your customer to understand your message. As soon as you try and put in jargon or complicated stuff, when you read your copy, I sometimes, and I often do this, is I often ask my wife, and I say, if I'm really dealing with a big customer, I'll say, won't you read through this and just make sure that there's no jargon in there, it's uncomplicated, it's easy to understand. Make sure you keep things crystal clear.